And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Carl H. Wiener Center on Defiance College. It is a Saturday afternoon basketball doubleheader as the Jackets welcome in the University of Michigan Dearborn Wolverines. As always, we start off with the women's action. And Randy, the Jackets come into today's contest still winless in the WAC, 3-22 overall, 0-19 in conference. Dearborn comes in 4-21 overall and 2-17. So they have the Jackets by one game overall and +2 in the conference. But these are two teams that have really struggled this season in conference especially.
Yeah, it's two teams that are looking to just kind of finish strong. And you got to like the way that the Jackets have put together back-to-back competitive games. We saw that first one, UNOH, last Saturday when we thought that the Racers really, no pun intended, were going to run them out of the building.
Yeah.
But the Jackets did a good job kind of hanging tough. And
they did, yep.
Answered the bell each and every time that UNOH went on a run, ended up falling 75-67, then followed that up with a trip to Madonna. You see Madonna right there in that bottom half of the standings as well with UM-Dearborn and the Jackets. And the Jackets ended up falling there 67-60. So it's good to see competitive games. It's good to see the offense finally start to warm up again. It's a little too late to make a lot of noise for the postseason. You've got this game and then 2 next week to wrap up the regular season. So, no hopes really for a postseason tournament bid for either one of these teams. But there is just the knowing that you want to go out and end strong this year and kind of see if that will build into something successful next year.
Absolutely. Dearborn comes in scoring 58.7 a game. They give up 72.3 a contest. The Jackets come in scoring 54.8 a game and giving up 78.1. So, Randy, it's one of those things that when I was doing my pregame prep for this matchup, I was very curious to find out, and obviously we won't know until we get into the fourth quarter of this game the way it's going to unfold. But is it going to be one of those lower scoring contests, or are both teams willing to just kind of let it all hang out today and try to play an up and down contest and see if they can push that score up into the 60s or 70s?
Well, it's a lowest scoring game because, like we said at the top of our pregame, it's the offenses have struggled. So
true.
It's not that they don't want to score points. It's just both teams are
just having trouble
hovering. 20-25% from the floor and struggling to put the ball in the hoop is a bit of a problem for both of these squads. But I was surprised to see that despite the trouble offensively for the Jackets, the defense, and people are going to think it's funny, and you look at the numbers, Jackets are giving up 78 points a game. They lead the conference in turnovers forced and steals per game. We've seen when that defense is in full go, that means Shawnee Little, Taylor Haynes, Lorena Caperos, when they're all healthy, they're all on the floor. They've caused a lot of trouble. Now all three of them have missed time this year and it caused a lot of problems for Defiance when they're not in the lineup. But if everyone's ready to go, that defense is tuned up, I think the Jackets really have a good shot at this one.
We're going to keep digging on that one, but first we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with the starting lineups on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
At Genesee Nutrition, it's our mission to support athletes like you with clean, powerful nutrition.
As a collegiate athlete myself, I know what it takes to perform at your best. That's why we created a protein bar that doesn't only taste good, it's actually good for you too.
Packed with 20 grams of protein, our bars help you recover faster, build muscle, and stay strong. Just what every student athlete needs. Grab a bar and live your life. Healthy, active, happy.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
My name is Mark Miller. This is my good friend Tom Hill. Both Tom and I are graduates of Defiance College, and we were both athletes at Defiance College.
And I played baseball and basketball here at DC. Mark played football and baseball here. Now, here we are 35, 40 years later, We both serve on the alumni varsity board here at Defiance College.
AVD, as we call it, raises money for Defiance College athletics. We have raised funds for many projects, such as $100,000 to the George Smart Center,
$45,000 to the weight room in the Smart Center,
$10,000 to the new basketball floor,
new scoreboards at both the baseball and softball fields.
If you're a Defiance College alumni athlete, please support AVD. Visit defianceathletics.com/alumni/AVD to join.
We appreciate all who have given in the past, but we are looking for new members. Please keep in mind that someone supported you as an athlete at DC. Now it is our turn.
AVD also sponsors a yearly golf outing to get old friends back together and raise funds for our projects.
Support AVD. Let's make this our biggest year ever. Thank you very much. And
Go Jackets!
So for the Michigan Dearborn Wolverines, they start Sydney Dixon, Bailey Stimmick, Tamia Townsell, Marissa Thomas, and Tori Kostuk. For the Jackets, Shawnee Little, Taylor Haynes, Lorena Caparos, Jordan Wynn, and Santasia Thomas. And Randy, we talked about both of these teams in terms of the challenges in scoring, the fact that they've given up quite a few points. Both teams shooting in the 30s, both teams shooting in the 20s as far as three-point field goals, and both teams shooting in the 60s for free throws. So that kind of gets to your point about, the challenges in scoring. Look for Marissa Thomas giving 15 points a game. Townsell gives them 13, and Stimmick gives them 10. So 3 players in doubles for the Wolverines. But still, surprisingly, even though they have 3 in doubles, unable to really put it together in conference play.
Yeah, it leads to a very balanced attack, and it forces you to guard the entire floor.
Triple try from the corner, rims in for the first points on the contest. Sydney Dixon, the 5'6" senior from Warren, Michigan, knocks the first shot down. And it is 3-0 on the Defiance College scoreboard, about 25 seconds into the ballgame.
How about Dixon? Just her 5th made 3, came in shooting 16% from behind the arc.
Thomas with the miss. Good job on the floor that time by Townsell. And a strong drive to the basket up, no good. The miss by Thomas. Surprising miss at point-blank range.
I don't know if the pace is what everyone wants early on, as they're up and down the floor, and we saw that mad scramble for the loose ball. This is something I think the coaches are going to eventually try to get under control.
Yeah, this is exactly why I asked the question I asked, and I mean, you're right on the money, Randy. It's obvious that it's probably going to be, like you said, a low-scoring contest, but I think the want is there in both of these teams to really try to run it up and down the floor. I think, like you said, though, the coaches, I think, are going to be the deciding factors to say, I appreciate your enthusiasm on this,
right.
but let's use it let's use it sparingly.
Hey, let's get in the half court and get some good attempts here. This is one. Both these teams are in the same boat. Like we talk about it. We look at the schedule and go, okay, hey, we're a little overmatched in this one, or hey, this is going to be a struggle. But for both these teams, they're looking at this going, hey, we really got a chance to come out and win, and that kind of changes the way you play.
Rebound off the three-point miss by Townsell with the rebound. She gets fouled on the shot attempt, and that one goes against Shawnee Little, trying to get that block from behind right there. Say she got her on the hand, and that'll send her the line for a pair. 3-2 your score now as Caparos knocked down those 2 free throws on the other end. And this first free throw by Tamia Townsell, the junior from Macomb Township, and the transfer from Macomb Community College. Second one on the way is good. So both teams knocking down their foul shots early. 5-2 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. Shawnee Little with the ball, dribbles it, gives it over to Caparos with the bullet pass inside to Jordan Wynn. A little too strong off the hands and a turnover to Defiance.
Yeah, right idea as Jordan Wynn was getting positioning down low, but just a little too much on that for Caparos. She saw the opening, just kind of rifled it in there.
I think that plays a hand kind of in part with the itch to want to run today.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. Hey, they're open. I got to get to the ball. And
yeah,
you just got to take a minute to kind of calm down, set yourself.
Missed jumper for Dearborn. Jackets get the rebound, and it's a 1 and out. Kick to the corner, back up top to Shawnee Little. Shawnee travels with the ball, gets that little hop step before she puts the ball on the floor, and the official's right on the call.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to take a look at the replay here.
Both feet came off the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, like she got that little hop before she took one step. Good back cut. Shot missed. Good rebound and a follow through, no good. Both times by Marissa Thomas. Jackets fortunate again to come away with a defensive board on another couple of point-blank range shots. Shawnee Little with a 3-point shot attempt from the left elbow area. And that one is an air ball, no good. Still 5-2. Both teams, I think, need to settle down quickly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if either coach would use a quick timeout.
Nice jump stop off the 1-on-2 fast break by Taylor Haynes. That was a well-thought-out transition take by Haynes.
Yeah, nice job with the ball fake. Able to get her defenders in the air. And you see again, we mentioned it, that defense kind of fuels the offense for Defiance, and that's been a part of the start here for the Jackets.
So 2 quick steal and layup opportunities for the Jackets result in a Dearborn timeout by Coach Becky Sutton. And we're going to take it with them. 7:17 to play in quarter one. It's 6-5 Defiance College.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Mercy Health is a proud sponsor of Defiance College Athletics. Mercy Health offers high-quality health care you need and the compassion you deserve. Our expert doctors, nurses, and caregivers are committed to helping you be well in mind, body, and spirit. Today's game is also brought to you in part by BSN Sports, providing all of your Defiance College gear. We remove the hassles related to purchasing uniforms, equipment, and spirit wear, and anything else your athletic program needs, giving you more time to impact lives on the field. Visit the Sideline store at defianceathletics.com. Jim and Randy back on a Saturday afternoon. It's still early in quarter number one, but Coach Courtney P.A. has to be pretty pleased with what she's seen out of her young team so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a much better start. You got the defense going. You got the bucket. You got the steal, the quick bucket. Forces Dearborn to take a timeout, really settle things down, and see 2 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So maybe those slow starts have been a thing of the past here for the Jackets.
Dearborn with the ball off the deflection out of bounds. Here's a pass work inside, kicking it back out, and there's a bad pass and a steal by Shawnee Little with another transition take. Made that shot, I think, harder than it needed to be. The player trying to hold on to the loose ball, I believe, was Stimmick there. And she was trying to stay on the tightrope as long as possible on that baseline.
Trying to get her balance back from going out of bounds, but that I think Shawnee would have been better suited for an up fake, get her defender in the air, because she trying to draw the contact, getting to the basket, and good job by the defender to stay away and avoid the body-to-body.
Good defense on the inbounds pass that time by Nyla Hood for Dearborn, knocking it out of bounds. But the Jackets get the ball. Now they have it up top with Haynes. Haynes almost shuffled that pivot foot there. Instead, got it to Little.
Wanted to go with a high-low. You can tell they're trying to get it inside to Santasia. That time they will call Taylor Haynes for the travel.
Taylor Haynes that time kind of two choices in her mind and kind of made them both, unfortunately, at the same time there. Take the step and fake the pass, and that's a travel call pretty much any time. I think it's a good timeout by Coach Sutton there to settle things down. We'll see if it works because these players still are playing at a pretty quick and aggressive pace. Thomas all the way to the basket with the right hand and good. So the lefty knocks down the right hand shot. 8-5 your score.
Good to see what you can do when you're able to use the window. So good job by Santasia. Get the bucket.
Triple try from the right side, up and good by Marissa Thomas. That's a well-needed basket, a much-needed basket for Dearborn. And the score is now tied 8-8 with 5:35 to play in the opening quarter. Little to Caparros. Caparros right at the top, over to Shawnee on the right side by the bench. To Haynes in the corner. Long cross-court pass to Caparros. Kind of lost the handle on the shot. We'll say that was an alley-oop. Unfortunately, Wynn did not knock down the catch and shoot on that one. There's another telegraph pass and a good step in by Taylor Haynes. Didn't get the steal, but did knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, the Jackets have read that pass really, really well so far. We've seen a couple of steals that have led to layups out of it, and a couple more times they've been able to knock the basketball out of bounds and force an inbound, but never the Wolverines go to the left. It seems like the Jackets know it. They don't even need a pass. They'll just rip it away from players.
Nice basket that time by Morgan Crow.
I saw the step through, same thing we talked about earlier. They're looking for the contact. Morgan didn't get it, was able to just step through and got the bunny there.
Cut off defense and a deflection by Caparros and a steal. Ball's up to Win, over to Mowen. Mowen will ball fake, stop, shoot. Didn't get that one to drop. Allie always needs that first shot to drop, and then you can just see the confidence build. Timeout, second timeout of the first quarter by Coach Sutton with 4:24 to play. Jackets up 10-8. What do you suppose this, the message in the huddle for the Wolverines?
This is a weird one. That's two timeouts that you've burned here in the opening 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, the first one I got, you know what I mean? This one seems like it's a curious time because you just got a takeaway, and so you're only down to. Nobody really has momentum yet. I think the first quarter, you're just going to figure that out.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is you see 7 turnovers already for UM-Dearborn. So this is one where Coach is trying to get the offense set. Defense has played fairly well. They've gotten back. The offense has put their defense in bad spots.
Yes.
And their defense has run back and have played well without fouling. How many times do we see that where, it's a layup, you're going for that big swipe on the layup and you get the body or you think you got the ball. So give UM-Dearborn credit. They've played well despite turning the ball over 7 times the first 5.5 minutes.
And I think the fact that the Jackets have 8 points off those turnovers, that's 4 basically, transition takes that they have off of that. And the shots they've missed, they've had defenders in the air, but they haven't been as aggressive as I'd like to see them be, the Jackets, to try to get in and draw that contact and get the free throws out of those missed opportunities.
Yeah, they've been trying this, and that goes to Dearborn. They've played well without fouling on defense, especially some of the spots they've been in.
Crow lost the handle. Good strip that time by Thomas. Ahead to Thomas, left-hand layup, and good. So her own defense served her own offense there.
Yeah, leading scorer for this Wolverine squad. Nice job by Thomas. Saw an opening to get the poke away and then was able to run the floor and end up cashing it in on the other end.
Shawnee Little with the back cut right there. Good recognition by Jordan Wynn on the assist.
That's a
Oh, go ahead, Randy.
It's good to see Defiance making these shots. How many times have we seen them have the opportunities, just haven't fallen?
Ball saved. Corner jumper up and good by Marissa Thomas. We have an injured player, Shawnee Little, down.
Yeah, going for that mad scramble and the loose ball. And I think
you can see the pain on her face.
Yeah, I think the knee just went right into the floor. And she's just having some problems putting some pressure on that leg. You'll see number 0 guarding. We're going to see on the pass, ball's going to, on the save, the ball's going to come free here.
Right here.
You see.
Ooh.
Yeah, that contact. And you see that left knee kind of collision with the player, and then
just 2 players going for the ball. You had Tamia Townsell, number 4 for Dearborn, going for that loose ball as well. And I think they collided legs right there. And that's obviously a bad situation for Shawnee Little. Hopefully it's not as bad as it initially looks. You know, you never know with those knee connections, you know, who's going to get the worst of it, what sort of short-term and long-term damage comes of it. Looks like she's got a smile on her face now, which, you know, that's always an encouraging sign to see. Jackets will take this one in 12 your score, 3:15 to play in the first quarter. Kind of a soft touch pass to Santasia. Malin gets the ball to Caparros. Caparros over to Taylor Haynes. Haynes will break down her player off the dribble, but the shot attempt is blocked by Townsell.
Yeah, that one was hijacked before it got to that point. It looked like she lost the handle on the way up.
Beautiful three-point basket by Costa. And it's 15-12 and a steal by Dearborn by Costa.
Team not known for shooting the three-point ball, only 25% from behind the arc. They made a couple of them so far in this opening quarter.
Marissa Thomas misses her chance at the three-point field goal. Jackets get the defensive rebound, and it's 1 and out once again. Santasia gets the pass inside, lost the handle out of bounds. Caparros with a really nice, aggressive bounce pass in and a very tight window.
Yeah, and that was Santasia was able to get that in between a couple of defenders, just unable to hang on to it.
Both teams with 5 made field goals so far in this first quarter. The difference has been the 3 free throws, as Randy said, by Dearborn. They're 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. Otherwise, both teams with 2 made threes and everything else pretty much dead even. That time, Thomas hits the deck. Slow to get up. The Jackets 5-on-4 if they push. Caparros with a triple. A little strong. Rebound saved by Dearborn. Townsell somehow only took 2 steps right there in front of the official.
Dearborn's done a pretty good job on the glass cleaning things up.
Haynes with the rebound off the Stimmick miss. Caparros will drive all the way to the paint. Scoop shot, no good. The rebound kind of fought for by Jordan Wynn. The officials will say it went off her knee out of bounds, and it'll go to Dearborn.
Just went through the hands of Jordan Wynn, trying to get in good positioning. Turned her body to wait for the ball and just kind of missed it.
Under 90 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Body bump foul. Cheapy that time by Taylor Haynes. Trying to influence the pass right there, but unfortunately went through the player. Officials tend to whistle that call.
Yeah.
.125 left to play, 23 to shoot. Jackets are all about so far in this quarter, jumping the passing routes, trying to get the all-or-nothing takeaways. There's a carry, yeah. Good call by the official as Ortiz for Dearborn kind of lost the handle and it went up to her shoulder area before she finally put that hand back on it to dribble it again. That one was an easy one. The official was right there for it. Coach PA with the assist, I think, on that one. Just in case you didn't catch it, I wanted to help you with that.
Bench is right there to get that call.
Triple try for Shawnee Little, a little strong. Mountain with the rebound. Tried to get it into Santasia. 2 defenders, though, by Dearborn getting their hands
Yeah,
up.
I think that's one where Allie's going to see it and take the shot instead.
Jackets get the steal right back. Mountain over to Shawnee Little. Santasia with the screen. Shawnee throws a cross-court pass to Wynn. However, Wynn had started to cut towards the basket. And the pass goes to the place where Wynn used to be. And the unfortunately did not forward the mail. Another timeout on the floor, 40 seconds to play. This one going to the Jackets. Gives us a chance to thank Sweetwater Chop House, located on Eagle Rock Golf Club, open to the public 7 days a week. This is the spot for celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, company parties, or if you're just in the mood to come out and enjoy a mouth-watering meal and amazing signature drinks. The focus for Executive Chef Aaron Weibel is to maintain the scratch kitchen, preparing everything daily from sauces to breads, utilizing local area farmers for fresh vegetables and using our on-site herb garden. We take great pride in providing each of our guests a wowing experience. We're also brought to you today by Aftershock Kart and Equipment. We are your one-stop shop for karts. We sell and service Yamaha, E-Z-GO, and Club Car. We have stock and custom karts, new and used karts, and a full line of accessories. We can build a kart to your specific needs. We also offer financing through Yard Card with rates as low as 3.99%. Stop by our showroom or give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you for all your karting needs. Dearborn with the ball with under 30 to play. About a 9-second difference between game and shot. Santasia influences the shot. No good, but Stimmett gets the rebound, gets it up top to Ortiz for the 3, and a putback up and good. And a foul on the play as Townsell gets the rebound, the basket, and the harm.
Yeah, nice job stepping through the defense. Santasia was getting herself in position but never put body on anyone. So good job by Townsell just to slide through, come up with a miss, and end up getting the 3-point play.
This has been an impressive end to this first quarter for UM-Dearborn. They were listless for a while after a fast start as Santasia takes a fall. And they're going to say that was just congestion right there, no foul. You see the frustration on Santasia's face as her teammates help her up. Final 3 seconds of the quarter. Shawnee goes for the strip. Triple try instead. Almost knocked down for Bailey Stimmett. And that's how the first quarter ends. 18-12. UM-Dearborn with a nice run at the end of one to take a 6-point lead over the Jackets. We'll be right back after quarter number 2 starts here on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student-athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com and register your name along with dozens of other like-minded Yellow Jacket fans.
We would love to have you join us. Thank you for supporting Defiance College Athletics.
And back out for quarter number 2 at Defiance College, 18-12. The Wolverines of UM-Dearborn lead the Jackets. And Randy, it was a pretty even first quarter. Only one more make from the floor for Dearborn, but 3 more 3-point field goals, and that's really been the difference. It's only a 6-point margin, but the Jackets, I think, went for a cold stretch longer than Dearborn did, and despite the fact that the Jackets played some pretty aggressive defense early, Dearborn started to kind of figure things out on the offensive end.
Yeah, you see the turnover numbers. UM-Dearborn 11 that opening quarter, 9 for Defiance. So teams took 3 combined timeouts to talk things over, and I think the turnover numbers had a lot to do with it. And that has been the turnovers for Defiance, is either a pass goes somewhere and the cutter's already moved, or the passer thinks that the cutter's going to go somewhere else. For Dearborn, their turnovers have just been because of the pressure that Defiance has applied, but the Jackets have just gotten on offense, just unsure where everyone's going on the floor.
That's like forced errors versus unforced errors, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really a lot of it.
Get a foul on, is that a tie ball or a foul?
That's
Looks
a tie.
like that's a tie ball.
Yep, held
Okay.
ball.
Possession arrow stays with the Wolverines. Still 18 to shoot. Another almost steal by the Jackets. Short pop jumper, no good. Good rebound, though, by Dearborn, and they'll look to kick it back out. We get a travel call, however, on Bailey Stimmick before the pass.
Yeah, just a shuffling of the feet. You saw the pivot around trying to find someone to get the basketball to. And
good trap by the Jackets to force that travel, though, too.
Defiant's got to be careful. They've sold out a handful of times trying to get that steal. You see Santasia trying to one-hand it again.
There's that unforced error again.
Looking for a cutter that's not there.
Nice bounce pass, but a missed layup by Townsell. And a good job by Houston to get that rebound strong off the board there, and no second chance point opportunities. Still only a 6-point game, but the Jackets have been stuck on 12 for a while. Here's a player that can change that in a hurry. Santasia gets the rebound off the Kayla miss.
Yeah,
Kayla a little wild on that shot there.
Held high, was going to go straight up, and then a ball poked away from behind. A good job by Kostuk to at least force an inbound and not what would have been a putback.
70 seconds into quarter number 2. Jackets inbound the ball from under their own basket. Haynes with a kick over to Shawnee Little from the right side for 3. No good. Rebound fought for and won by Dearborn. And I do mean fought for in that case. With the Jackets unable to corral the offensive glass. 3-point try in the corner. No good that time by Stimmick. Shawnee Little gets the ball, guarded by Stimmick. That'll be a fun matchup to watch. Couple of really fast players today.
Yeah, nice decision by Shawnee Little after the rebound to kind of take off.
Taylor Haynes on the miss, and then I say it almost every game, it's almost like the inevitable try to do a little too much on defense right after the miss, and you get that, got to make it up, plus a little bit of frustration, you get the whistle. 2 fouls against Taylor Haynes early in this contest. Nobody really in any foul trouble, but Haynes doesn't want to pick up that third because she's already been subbed out. Houston with the rebound off the UM-Dearborn miss. And with 7:45 to play, it's still 18-12. Mowen over to Caparos for 3, a little strong. And a fast break opportunity, unfortunately, for Dearborn. The pass intended for Sydney Dixon. A little too far ahead and a little too fast.
Yeah, it's a little too much. Trying to get the run out and just not there. So break for the Jackets.
And again, I think this pace is not, I don't think this is a sustainable up and down pace. I think teams are gonna have to execute better on the half court game. Jackets can't count on turnover opportunities into transition baskets as much as they did early in the first quarter.
Yeah, Dearborn's done a better job so far of holding on to the basketball, and that's led to some of the problems as that defense fuels the offense. We're going to see
Thomas on the drive. Kayla Houston with the body bump.
Yeah, it's going to be on the drive, so it'll be an inbound.
That's 2 fouls against Kayla Houston, so I say nobody's in foul trouble. Then all of a sudden, darn it, Randy, there's 2 Jackets with 2 fouls. 3-point field goal attempt by Marissa Thomas, up and good. And she's starting to heat up a little bit. It's now 21-12, 10 on the night so far for Thomas. Foul on the floor on the entry pass into Jordan Wynn.
Yeah, Dearborn is going to say that this was a clean steal, as it looked like Thomas is able to reach in, and officials are going to deem that Jordan Wynn was turning to shoot, so they're going to send her to the free throw line.
So 2 free throws coming for Jordan Wynn. Looking to get on the board in this contest. First one is up and good. That's the Jackets' first point. of quarter number 2. Jackets make both free throws there, and they are still perfect from the charity stripe. 21-14 your score with 6:55 and counting in quarter number 2. Mowen with the kick. This one will stay right here. Good defense by Allie, getting that foot up to try to deflect the bounce pass.
Yeah, one of the worst calls in basketball. The pass is thrown off the foot, and it's the defender that gets penalized. Kick usually implies that a foot comes up off the ground.
Yeah, that I chose to do it. It was a defensive maneuver at best. Foul on the drive by Jordan Wynn. Good take by Marissa Thomas. She takes a tumble to the floor. Looks like she's going to be okay. As you see the replay here.
Yeah,
had her by a couple steps.
Good opening.
That's actually going to go against Crow. I thought that was going to go against Jordan Wynn.
See the swipe. She tries to.
The help defense came a little late. Marissa Thomas, 2 free throws coming. First one on the way. It is good. And Marissa Thomas, for you stat folks out there, 77% free throw shooter on the season. Second one on the way is good as well. Shawnee Little checks back in. And Azaria Smith takes a seat. Santasia Thomas over to the scorer's table as well. She'll wait for the next dead ball to check in. Allie Mowen for 3, no good. Jordan Wynn with the rebound. Good reset. Second chance point opportunity. Jackets have to cash it in. Shawnee Little with the ball from Crow. Good screen by Wynn. Mid-range pop up and good for Shawnee Little. Friendly fire there. Good help up by Dabish from Dearborn.
Right. Tripped over each other running back to get to the other end of the floor.
Shawnee Little with the steal. 1 on 3. Good job recognizing and slowing this one up a little bit. Jordan Wynn receives the pass, unable to knock down the short jumper right there off the glass. Kind of went center glass instead of on the left side of the backboard there. So she shot at an odd angle. 15 to shoot, 5:30 to play in the first half. Caparos with the knockaway. They'll keep the ball, Dearborn, and a 3-point shot no good with Mowen getting the rebound. 23-16. Jackets need a little run here. Jordan Wynn holds up through traffic, and her patience pays off with a nice 2-point makeup.
Yeah, nice job keeping her balance there. The pressure from behind was able to put the brakes on her defender, went by, and able to use the glass that time for a good basket.
Almost a strip by Caparos on the pass, and Shawnee Little seals the deal with that takeaway. She takes a mid-range jumper, no good. No Jackets, though. It was a 1-on-2 break. No Jackets back to get an offensive board. Dearborn with 4, now 5 players at the scorer's table, respectively. No good. On the 3, Jackets get the rebound. And things are starting to slow down a little bit. And I wonder how much of that is coaching insistence and how much of that is, I think, just kind of the realization that we got to slow. I mean, the players, I think, feel it too now, right, Randy?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're realizing that the pace it's not working.
It's a tough speed to play at that long. Look at the stats real quick. 7 of 23 for Dearborn. 7 of 25 for the Jackets. The difference, 4-point field goals made. 4 of 12 for Dearborn. 0 of 7 for the Jackets. Both teams perfect from the charity stripe. 5 for Dearborn, 4 for Defiance College. The turnovers remain an issue for both teams. 15 turnovers to 11 for Defiance. 8 points off those turnovers for the Jackets. Offensive rebounds, pretty even. Total rebounds, +5 advantage Dearborn. But again, it's only a 5-point game. Seems like it could either be because of the cold stretches both these teams have had, it could either be a 10-point game right now for Dearborn, or it could be tied.
Yeah, very
easily.
It could be either one.
Yeah. Look at individual stats. The only player in doubles so far is Marissa Thomas, 4 of 9, including 2 of 4 from from deep. Townsell with 5 points, Dixon with 3, Kostup with 3 as well. For the Jackets, Shawnee Little with 6, Jordan Wynn with 4 and 3 boards, and then Haynes, Caparros, Crow, and Thomas with 2 points apiece. Caparros is 2 points coming from the charity stripe. 4.5 to play in the first half. Thomas with the ball. She will serve as the pass-through, and she's going to get it down with a beautiful feed to Caparros, and that time it was in sync and executed very well.
Yeah, nice job of Santasia to run the offense as she had the trying to direct some traffic, got Lorena to go where she wanted her to, able to hit her with a pass, and nice job of Caparros to finish with the reverse layup.
Caparros is very gifted at hitting those reverse layups, scoop shots, and other type of layups in the paint. We get a drive to the basket by Golson, and Santasia Thomas gets the foul.
Just the late reach there. Santasia, as the action's going by her, tries to reach out and disrupt the basketball, and instead caught a little bit of the body.
2 free throws coming for Dearborn. The first one by Golson is up and good. Golson on the season a 68% free throw shooter. Second one on the way. Rims in as well. So the lead is 25-20. Jackets still only down 2 possessions, but they've kind of stalled in quarter number 2. Still plenty of time to make that up, but that kind of pass, unfortunately, is going to be taken away. Good hustle by Dearborn to get the steal.
Yeah, just forced that a little too much. Jackets trying to go inside of Santasia, good idea, but it's got to be there. You can't really force it to her.
3-point shot on the side, no good. No Jacket boxing out the rebounder, who puts it back up and in, and that's Alicia Ortiz, who was left unchecked under the glass.
Yeah, Santasia was caught on the other side of the paint and never had a chance to get through to get the rebound. And that left Ortiz open to get the putback.
Costa all over the ball on that defensive exchange. Ends up knocking it out of bounds, but that could easily have gone the other way. So good hustle by Kostic right there just to wreak havoc. Santasia with the turnaround, a little strong win. Fighting for the rebound, gets it to Caparros. Again, one of those dangerous cross-court passes. The Jackets were jumping earlier. Mallon with a 3. Still can't get that first shot to drop, but I love that she's pulling the trigger from deep.
Yeah, looking for a three-pointer. The next one's going to give her 100 in her career.
Reach and foul. Let's see if this one goes against Santasia. And I believe it does. And if that's the case, that's her 3rd, team's 5th. So free throws coming. And Santasia is probably going to have to sit, as it looks like Peyton Manning is checking in for Santasia, who, again, with those 3 fouls, her first half's probably done.
Yeah, I would imagine so here with 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, not much time left, and you can't risk 4 in the first half. Dearborn, first free throw up and good by Townsell. Townsell, a 65% free throw shooter. Second free throw up and good, so she knocks them both down. Gives her 7 on the contest. Shawnee Little checks in for Allie Mowen. And I don't think Allie's going to be on the bench all that long. I think it's a quick recalibration and then right back out there, because they're going to need her shooting and her ball distribution today. Caparros with the drive, cut off well. Back up to Crow. Still 10 to shoot. Jackets need to get this one together, though. Caparros with the drive. Good step through. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Ortiz. Good box out by Dearborn. Nice pass. And a layup up and good by Townsend. Nice assist by Marissa Thomas running this break.
It's going to be just a tough break for Morgan Crow. Was no intention of having any contact. You saw the pass went around her, and she looked to me like she was trying to hold up, and then just happened to have the shooter jump into her. And a tough break for Crow to pick up her second foul.
Free throw on the way. And I believe both teams are now perfect. They're still perfect, yep, from the charity strike. 10 points on the contest for Townsend. Dearborn starting to pull away here in this first half. Another entry pass into traffic taken away, but this one by Ortiz lost the handle and went on the baseline. Jackets will take the ball back.
Yeah, Ortiz was able to gather it in when she did. Didn't take much of the basketball, but caught just a piece of that end line. So the Jackets will catch a break, have another opportunity here.
Pass taken away, and this is a one-on-none break. Free throw, layup up and good by Townsend. And that one, she almost walked that one to the other end. That's how open she was, Randy.
Well, wind stopped because we mentioned it. It's the errant passes are cutters moving, and the ball goes to where the player was, and Wynn was a little upset and stopped moving, and then the Dearborn players realized that it was an open floor for the basketball, so they all kind of stood around and watched the layup.
Entry pass to Peyton Manning was initially ruled out of bounds to Defiance College by the near side official. However, after kind of a verbal back and forth with the other official confirmation, they changed the call. Minute 15 to play in the quarter. Entry pass, tie ball.
Yeah, it's a good job.
Back to the Jackets.
Yeah, this will be Defiance ball. We saw someone able to reach in there under the basket.
70 seconds to play here in the first half, as Mowen indeed is right back out there to run point. Tough place to pick up the dribble. I think this was a kick ball. And this one will stay with the Jackets. 1 minute even to play, 34-20 your score. Jackets have been very quiet in quarter two. Caparros faked the three. Will drive in, lost the handle. That one deflected, but good rebound by Townsend.
Looking around, looking for a call from the officials.
Stolen by Crow. Crow will drive. Deflected, gets it up to Mowen. Mowen for three, still can't get that first shot. And this one will go out of bounds.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
At Genesee Nutrition, it's our mission to support athletes like you with clean, powerful nutrition.
As a collegiate athlete myself, I know what it takes to perform at your best. That's why we created a protein bar that doesn't only taste good, it's actually good for you too.
Packed with 20 grams of protein, our bars help you recover faster, build muscle, and stay strong. Just what every student athlete needs. Grab a bar and live your life. Healthy, active, happy.
It's halftime at the Wiener Center and Coach Marv Hohenberger Court. Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts. Apologies, folks, for the technical issues at the end of that first half there. We were calling most of the game. Our microphones just stopped working for a hot second there. So wild finish to that first half, but Dearborn kind of survives. Some good defense by the Jackets late, and they carry a 34-20 advantage into the half. Randy, the Dearborn Wolverines shooting 10 of 29 from the floor, 4 of 14 from deep, and 10 of 10 from the charity stripe. Jackets 8 of 32 from the floor, have not made a three, and are 4 of 4 on their free throws. Both teams, obviously, ball security, better decisions in terms of passes, especially into traffic or telegraphing your passes, as Dearborn has 18 turnovers. Jackets have 14. Rebounds, advantage, plus 10 to Dearborn, 26-16. And then we can take a look at some individual numbers, I think, and that will help us explain the rest of the picture. We talked about 3 players averaging double figures coming into today's contest for the Wolverines. Townsell already has 12. Townsell averages 13 a game. Marissa Thomas has 12. She only averages 15 a game. And so you can see kind of how important those 2 players are to the team. And if they both go for 20-plus apiece, this is going to be a tough unit to stop in the second half.
Yeah, you see what Thomas does is they have 7 assists as a team. Thomas has 3 of them already. Townsell, 8 rebounds to lead the team. So they're obviously the 2 leading players have done a lot of the damage so far. The Jackets just the half-court sets when they slow the pace down, they want to play a half-court game. The sets are there, and we've mentioned it a couple of times, going back to the turnover numbers, is they're a step late going to the cutter, or the cutter's held up, or they're looking for someone in a corner and the ball's over the head. So just
or speaking to your point about the cutter, I'm throwing it to where you were as opposed to where you were going.
Yeah,
because we've seen a few of those.
Someone stops, goes back the other way, and they're led too far. So it's the half-court sets. You can tell when the Jackets play the half-court what the plan is, what the offense looks like. You see the movement. It's not just the stagnant, in the high school game, the standing around and someone throws it away because they've held the ball for 2 minutes. You can see what the Jackets are trying to do on offense. We see the movement. We see the ball go from side to side. It's just, again, they're not everyone seems to be on the same page right now for the Jackets. They were shooting 40% at one point early in this game. We talked about maybe it had broken the streak, and now we see Defiance, like you said, down to 8 of 32. So Jackets at one point led this game 12-10. It looked like everything was going their way. The defense was tuned up. They were getting the steals. Dearborn needed to take those 2 timeouts in the opening quarter, got some things adjusted. Yeah, turnover number's still high. Wolverines committed 18 that opening half.
Yeah.
But they've been able to overcome all that, and also helped out by 4 3-point field goals to none for the Jackets. You see a 14-point lead, and part of that's right there.
So I think 2 things to clean up in the second half for the Jackets real quick, Randy. Number 1, your best scoring opportunities were as a result of your aggressive defense with transition. So, that's almost like saying that I feel it's more advantageous of us to run breaks and get transition opportunities. That that's our strongest case in this case. Great turnovers, try to get transition takes because we know their defense is starting to get better in the half-court sets. For when they're running their half-court sets are the Jackets, you think it's more spread it out and then identify cutters because, like you said, they want to hit cutters, but it seems like there's still too much congestion inside. Is that the defense?
That's
or is that the spacing?
Credit the defense because Dearborn knows what the Jackets going to do, and it's nothing special. It's just a tough man-to-man. It's just they're keeping bodies in front. They're able to move around. When the screens are set, the Wolverines are able to kind of move around the screens, and good job of the switches, too, has kind of led, and the cutters haven't been open. Again, it's part of the reason someone starts to cut. Oh, someone's in my way. I'm going to go back. And I don't know if just everyone thinks, okay, I'm going to go back. We're going to reset. We're going to try it again. And, 4 of the 5 people kind of know what they're going to do, except for the person with the basketball. And that's kind of been the issue for the Jackets is whoever it is up front. And it hasn't been the same person. We've seen Shawnee Little run the point. We've seen Taylor Haynes run the point. We've seen Lorena Caperos run the point. We've seen Allie Mowen run the point. We've seen Jordan Wynn run the point.
And that right there, I mean, that tells you kind of all you need to know as far as usually a team with a dedicated true point guard. And maybe the backup point guard is coming in for minutes and sparing for energy and for preservation and things like that. You want, I think, like a clear-cut one who knows all of those assignments. Who's supposed to cut? I'll handle it. I'll take care of it. And when you have that many different players running the point, you have to trust that all those players know all those assignments and all those expectations. And that's got to be hard.
Yeah, it is. They trust and the DC coaching staff trust whoever it is kind of do all that. But again, it's just the movement isn't, for whatever reason, again, just not all on the same page, and that's led to the problems.
Excellent analysis as always, Randy. We have about 8 minutes to play or to go before the halftime is up. We're going to take an extended timeout right now. When we come back, it's the start of the second half. 34-20 Dearborn leads. We'll be back in a bit. With under a minute to go before the second half, Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts, privileged to bring you today's WAC doubleheader action between the UM-Dearborn Wolverines and Defiance College Yellow Jackets. As we get set to start the second half, we already talked about the tail of the tape. Both teams shooting a little less than stellar today, I think, by their own exacting standards.
Got off to good starts, too.
They sure did.
The defenses have shown up. But speaking of the WAC, I suppose not really a good time to get this in at any point today, but probably something that needs to be said to mention. The WAC suffered a loss announced recently. Lourdes University will be closing down its campus
at the end of the spring
conclusion
semester.
of the school year here. I know I believe I read something in the Toledo newspaper. There's a chance maybe students close to finishing might be allowed some sort of online summer extension, maybe
to get their degrees.
To get a degree. But I know
that'd be awesome.
I know the University of Toledo has already announced that anyone in good academic standing can seamlessly transfer there. I'm sure there'll be other schools that announce the same thing. I know this is kind of the world that you live in a little bit more than I do, Jim.
That's why I'm biting my lip.
You
right
understand
now.
more of that a lot more than I. It's we are a very odd melding when it comes to this because we both come from different backgrounds, come together for college. A
lot of similarities.
Spent a
but
lot
there
of
are
time
some
in
polar differences at the same time.
Spent a ton of time in athletics, and if an athletic department does something wacky, I can explain to you why they do that. From the business side, if a school does something wacky, you can explain to me why they do that. And this is kind of an odd situation, but the Franciscan sisters at Lourdes announced that they've always had to subsidize the school, and unfortunately, now that it's nearing its 90th year, can't give what they need to sustain the school. So very sad to see Lourdes, who went really all out on athletics. Early 2010s are about, kind of exploding a lot of things. So just sad to see his second school go down in the WAC here in the last year.
3-point basket, no good by Kayla Houston. Jackets' first shot attempt of the second half.
So there won't be any kickballs. I won't get upset about that or the quarters or anything like that. I'll get off my soapbox about schools closing. We can get back to sports that we enjoy here.
Yeah, it's crazy. 2 schools in the WAC, Siena Heights and now Lourdes, shuttering their campuses, and that's a very unfortunate situation.
And I just was thinking about this really yesterday because it's only been about 48 hours since we heard of it. You think with Siena Heights and Lourdes, there's kind of a connect, small private school. Kind of, the numbers, the athletics need the help, right? You need the athletes to come,
Absolutely.
And it's kind of, Defiance, the drop to NAIA was kind of that same thing. Let's try to get more athletes, kind of help with the numbers on campus. So 2 schools that are kind of the same-ish background, right? Private schools, kind of about with the church.
Yep.
So just unfortunate that 2 of them have had to fold here recently.
Good tap pass out for a 3-point shot attempt. No good. Tried by Townsell. Short pop up and no good by Stimmick.
Yeah, you got to like the athleticism, though, Marissa Thomas, to go get that rebound. Just out-jumped her defender. Didn't even get close to making contact. And mentioned it. You talk about the foul trouble. As we see here, the start of the third quarter, Santasia Thomas still on the bench.
Yeah.
So I think the Jackets are going to try to roll this out, going with that. And we talked a lot about it last time we saw Lady Jackets play. Rolling with that smaller lineup, a little bit quicker, trying to force the offense of UM-Dearborn to make some mistakes.
And it seems like Dearborn is rolling out a relatively smaller lineup, too. So it's not like Santasia is if you lose her for a few minutes here and there, it's not like the last couple contests we've seen with the Jackets where she's had to play the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I don't think there really is a true 5 for Dearborn, and so Santasia can kind of go back to being more of a 3 or 4. And so the fact that she's in foul trouble really kind of allows Coach Pie to play smaller and kind of work through some different groupings on the floor because of that foul trouble.
Yeah, you look at the UM-Dearborn lineup. You got Townsell Thomas, the tallest players at 5'10". Neither one of them I would consider a 5. If anything, they played more at the guard spots than anything else. And basketball here the last few years has transitioned more to a positionless game, right? You're putting athletes on the floor, and you want them to make athletic plays more than anything. And we're going to get a player who's going to run through a screen here.
Yeah, we got a little bit of something going on there as Townsell was fouled, I believe. And
the
think
officials
she was
are
tied up with Taylor Haynes.
They're going to discuss this, and it's going to be Haynes, it looks like.
Townsell shot up at the end of that.
Yeah, I thought maybe a few words were going to be. Yeah, I saw the same thing.
Yeah, and then they had to pull Townsell back. And much ado about nothing as we get a body hook. And once again, that's on Townsell. And this one going against Jordan Wynn.
Yeah, Wynn got kind of caught up with her. I don't know if we'll be able to see that one again. But
I don't know if that was arms getting hooked up or what.
Townsell was running by. Well, so Townsell, and this is nothing against Townsell. I don't know if it was the band. She's got the sweatband and the braids. So you're going to see here the braids going to get caught up. So number 4 is going to come around the screen, and you're going to see.
Ooh.
Okay, the replay makes it look a lot worse than what it looked like in live action. As it looked like Jordan Wynn was trying to run through, but that, when you slow it down, that did not look good. And officials realize that too.
That's the problem with kind of frame by frame versus live action. Frame by frame, as you can see, the Wynn puts her arms up.
Yeah, watching it live, I thought she kind of got tangled up in her braid, but no, that arm was extended. That was that is.
As you watch it more and more, it definitely explains why the officials are at the screen taking a closer look at this one to see if there's forcible contact to the head and neck area.
Yeah, that the more we see it, the more I'm kind of siding with Townsell on that one.
And that, again, was the second consecutive possession in which she was caught up with a Jackets player. And this one draws the whistle.
The one with Taylor Haynes, I think, was just incidental. I think Taylor was trying to run through the screen, and they tangled up. But this last one, if
it wouldn't surprise me if this results in technical.
Yeah, if this is going to be, at best a flagrant, it looks like, and I would kind of agree with that. I think that's what the officials are discussing here too. What the hard part that you're going to that Defiance wants to try to sell is Jordan, like a clothesline in wrestling. That arm was out before she runs by the screen, and that's the part here. Although, no, they're going to say
just common foul.
Yeah, just a little incidental contact. I'd be honest, I'm surprised.
I am too. I think slowing it down on the replay, like you said, made it look kind of bad.
Yeah.
We get an and one basket made by Kostek.
No, to be honest, when I saw it out of the corner of my eye in live action, and at first to me it looked like Wynn's wrist had kind of gotten tied up in that long braid that Townsell has. And then we see that wasn't the case at all, but still ends up a 3-point play for the Wolverines.
Free throw made, 6 points on the contest for Kostek. And the Jackets need some points and need them quick as they now trail by 16. A turnover by Dearborn. Contested shot by Shawnee Little. Good block there against the Bailey Stimmick left-handed take. This one goes out of bounds, stays with the Wolverines. Still 25 to shoot, 7:42 to play in the quarter.
Yeah, nice job by Shawnee Little not to use the body. Make sure there was no contact there.
Stimmick, strong drive, good pass. 2-point shot up and no good for Townsell.
Jordan Wynn bought on the fake, was able to get back quick enough to force a missed shot. The Jackets, again, at times, we've seen, struggle with rebounding. Those offensive rebounds starting to add up.
Miss and a make by Marissa Thomas, so she goes 1 for 2 in that exchange. But it was the same exchange as we get a cross-court pass taken away and another break opportunity. The Jackets get back on defense here.
Yeah, wanted to go over the top, trying to find Caparros in the corner, just not enough on that one.
Ball worked into the corner to Dixon. This one is deflected out by Caparros. You see the speed to get there in time and get the hand and knock that one out by Lorena.
Yeah, it's like a defensive back in football, right? They're beating that first step.
Excellent
And
point.
it's the recovery. You know, see where the cutter's going. You're just able to get back and force that one out of bounds.
Good attempt on the tip by Kostick right there. Gets it right into the hands of Jordan Window, so the Jackets get the ball to Mowen in the corner for 3. Just can't get that first one to drop.
Yeah, she's trying to get that 100th make. If I'm the Jackets at this point, I don't think there's anything wrong. Keep feeding her until she makes it.
I think so. I mean, Allie's such a great pure shooter from deep. Just give her give her the encouragement. Because sometimes it seems like, she's too selfless. I mean, she wants to make the extra pass, and there's no faulting her for that. But, you can see in the warm-ups, you can see how talented a shooter, a pure shooter she is. It just takes that first one to drop, before things get going. Foul on the floor against Caparos is her second, which sends Marissa Thomas to the line, the senior from Perrysburg. And, again, we said the transfer Macomb. First free throw drop, second one on the way is good as well. And that is 16 points on the night for Marissa Thomas. Already at her average. Caparos no good on the 2-point drive. Rebound Jackets put back no good by Crow. Rebound to the Wolverines, and now Shawnee Little gonna get the reach-in foul, trying to guard Kostick going up the floor.
Yeah, just a little too handsy, trying to poke that one away.
15 foul against the Jackets as we get 2 substitutions. Well, one will come in, the other one, spoiler alert, will be for the shooter. So she stays at the scorer's table as Kostick goes to the line. 3 fouls, I should say, against Shawnee Little.
Yeah, 5th team foul already, so Wolverines are going to be in the bonus for the last 6 minutes of the quarter.
First free throw, no good. 41-21 your score. Second one on the way is good, and they are now doubled them up, 42-21. And Dearborn has tightened up things in terms of passing on the offensive side, so no takeaway opportunities and no transition opportunities for the Jackets. It's almost an entirely half-court matchup at this point, and Dearborn is starting to apply the pressure with that man defense like you talked about, Randy. Pass into the corner, ball fake by Marissa Thomas. Get a travel on the floor on Alicia Ortiz.
Yeah, just had that jab step before she put the ball down on the deck.
20 turnovers now for Dearborn, 16 for Defiance College. As Caparos kind of limping a little bit, has a seat behind the bench to talk to the trainer. You can kind of see it in the background there. Houston with the short jumper, no good, and the shots just aren't falling for the Jackets. Offensive foul going against Taylor Haynes, and that's a good call, Randy. If we see on the replay, watch her left hand here push the hook on the defender. That's just a little bit prior to or afterwards. The foul occurred just prior to. 4 fouls against Taylor Haynes. And, of course, PA is going to leave her out there. For now, anyway. Nice cut. Kick out to the side for a triple, no good, and just nobody chasing the rebound down for the Jackets. Rare miss inside for Golson. This one passed and lost the handle, did Shawnee.
Yeah, Shawnee just never had a grasp on it, and then she thought it was going to go out of bounds, so she gave up. That ball ended up being saved in the side court.
So Kayla Houston brings this one up, gets the ball over to Taylor Haynes, kicks it in the corner for Mound. Does she have it? No. Shot still no good. And a breakaway opportunity. Lost the handle. You got a trailing player, Kayla Houston, goes for the block, gets the body bump.
A good effort out of Kayla here. She got the chance. That ball mishandled momentarily by Thomas. Gave Kayla the chance to race back, and he's kept from getting the bucket. It'll make the Wolverines earn it at the free throw line.
Timeout on the floor, and that gives us a chance to thank some sponsors. At our Ford dealership in Defiance, Mark Moats Ford strives to provide you a top-notch service that no one else can offer. Whether you're new or returning customer, you're going to be treated fairly and welcomed by our friendly staff. We believe in a family atmosphere, and that's because Mark Moats Ford has been family-owned for over 100 years. We're also brought to you today by Service Master by McCann. Keeping Defiance College in pristine condition does more than create a good first impression. It also boosts productivity and keeps your employees safe and healthy. At Service Master by McCann, we understand how important a clean and safe environment is, and our cleaning experts work tirelessly to provide customized cleaning and disinfecting services to offices, businesses, healthcare facilities, and other spaces throughout Defiance. Quick game reset, 42-21 your score, 4:22 to play in the third quarter. Dearborn shoot 12 of 41, 30% from the floor, 4 of 17. They've been stuck on 4 3-point makes, Randy, since the first half. Jackets still 0 from deep, 0 of 13, 8 of 42 from the floor, only 19%. And the first half shooting woes, unfortunately, look like they've carried over early into the second half for this Jackets team that usually finishes stronger. But it's those slow starts that always seem to create problems.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back. I feel like I've said the same thing. This is a Jacket team started out, shot 40% from the floor first few minutes and had a 12-10 lead, and it's just, for whatever reason, has gone downhill from there. So Dearborn's figured something out with this Jacket offense. Has really limited them since that good start.
A 32-9 run since that 12-10 start. Advantage Defiance College. And now Dearborn, like we said, doubling them up 42-21. Marissa Thomas to the line for a pair. 16 already on the night, make it 17. 43-21 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. Second free throw on the way, nothing but net as well. Santasia comes into the contest. Looks like she'll be subbing in for Kaylee Houston, who takes the seat. Good man, full court pressure just on the initial player to whom the ball was going to be inbounded right there. Almost forced the Jackets to burn a timeout. Mowen for three. Got it! Basket 100 from deep in Allie Mowen's career. Congratulations, Allie Mowen. Long time coming.
Yeah, someone that's put a lot of time into this program, and great to see her add to that list of 100 career makes from behind the arc.
Three-point basket in response, no good. Jordan Wynn on the reach on the shot attempt by Nyla Hood, who got the offensive rebound.
And good defense. You see 4 white jerseys surrounding the basketball under the hoop. Wasn't going to be a whole lot of room there. And their officials are going to say that it was Jordan Wynn that had the swipe, I guess.
Yes.
Tough to tell in that traffic who had it.
First free throw up and no good for Nyla Hood. A very unique free throw shooting mechanic. Check this one out. No good on the second one. Mowen with the box out and the board. Jackets looking to push. Haynes, scoop shot and the foul. And she will go to the line for a pair. And that's a little bit of what we saw in that first half. Defense turning into instant offense, and will result in 2 free throws for Defiance.
Yeah, it's a big enough sample size now to tell when the Jackets are at their best on offense, and it's when they're running the floor. And we've talked about the struggles of the half-court game and getting sets and throwing the ball away. When they're able to get out and go, whether it's off a steal or off a rebound that they can push in transition, that's been the biggest thing. And attacking the basket, although they can come up empty, and a couple of missed free throws there.
So nothing from the charity stripe. The lead is still 20 for Dearborn, 44-24. 3.5 to play. Still here in quarter number 3. Dearborn has kind of slowly and steadily, as we get a double dribble called against Townsville, and Townsville kind of vocal at the end of that whistle, Randy.
I don't think she thought it was going to be a call against Taylor Haynes. Haynes defending her extremely well, thought maybe got into her personal space and was going to get called for the bump.
2-3 zone employed by Dearborn as the Jackets get an entry pass to a cutting Taylor Haynes, and she knew she was going to draw a cut. Nice pass by Allie here.
Yeah, nice job by Taylor to call for it. As soon as she left the wing, was calling for the basketball. Heads up play, good recognition to feed her. And I know you were getting ready to say that Dearborn's kind of slowly pulled away.
Yeah,
and
just
now,
kind of slowly built that edge.
And a chance here for Defiance. If they're able to get on a run and make this 10, 12-point ball game at the end of the quarter, you really think with the way their defense can play at times and the way that the Wolverines have struggled against that pressure, the Jackets would have a chance in the fourth quarter.
I agree. Jackets need to make it happen on defense, though, as here's a three-point basket made by Marissa Thomas. And, boy, if she continues to deliver like she has been, it's going to be tough to overcome that. Yes. Because in order to put a nice run together, you got to stop the other team, too.
Yeah, it's the scrambles have been an issue all season long, and the ball goes over the top, and the Jackets just unable to keep up with the ball movement. We saw that again there.
10 to shoot. Crow with the ball. She'll drive. Left hand. Shot off glass. No good. Rebound and a transition opportunity. And guess who with the right-handed layup? It's Marissa Thomas with her 23rd points. She is almost tied with Defiance College today. 26-23. Thomas is that dominant. Another steal and another transition opportunity for Golson. Golson will be fouled on the shot. Morgan Crow on the foul.
Not a lot here from Morgan Crow. Just stuck the arm out to keep her honest to avoid having the easy layup. And the official's going to say that Crow caught enough of the body.
First free throw a little short. 49-26, 2:16 to play here in quarter number 3. 2 points in the contest for Lillian Golson, the 5'9 sophomore from New Haven, Michigan, as the second free throw drops. And that is 3 points in the contest. 1 field goal and 1 free throw made by Golson. Jackets have 2 minutes really to close if they want to make this a game in the fourth quarter. Loose ball fought for and finally possessed by Dearborn. Couple of almost carries right there, not called by the official. Foul, I think, out of frustration on Santasia Thomas, as Marissa Thomas will go to the line for free throws, but was actually looking for a wraparound pass right there.
Yeah, I think that's what Santasia was a little bummed about. I think she realized that it wasn't going to be a shot attempt. And just, again, not a lot of contact there, just a little bump to impede the dribbler.
24 points on the contest for Marissa Thomas, who, again, comes in averaging just 15 a night. But, boy, she has been dominant today. Jackets have 26 points as a team. Marissa Thomas, 24 points as an individual, having a fantastic ballgame. 3-point shot from the top of the key is good by Alicia Ortiz. And Ortiz now has 5, and the lead is 28-54-26. Strong drive by Taylor Haynes. No quitting that young lady. She's going to continue to attack the paint. And it will result in free throws as the foul goes against number 14. That's Dabish. And now you wonder, with the lead being what it is, how much longer you see Marissa Thomas. I mean, she's given you everything you could have asked for today if you're Coach Sutton.
I think we'll see her at least the end of the quarter, early into the fourth, and then if there's a point where they feel pretty comfortable, because the offense has looked different without her on the floor.
That's a good point. Free throw good. Caparros checks in. Santasia takes a seat. And again, this puts the Jackets back at a much smaller lineup, but equally quick. Caparros gives them that edge as we get a mishandled pass inside, intended for Mila Brown. And Caparros gets the tie ball. And this possession arrow will go to the Jackets.
Yeah, pass ended up just rolling up her arm, and it gave enough time for Lorena to get back and at least get the tie up, and the Jackets will get the arrow.
Minute 10 to play as once again Haynes drives, puts a little strong up the glass. Wynn gets the offensive rebound and goes back up with it. Unable to knock down this shot, but I believe she'll get Brown for the foul. That'll be her first. Jordan Wynn will go to the line for a pair. 68 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 54-28 your score on the Defiance College scoreboard. Wynn's first free throw up and good. One more coming for Jordan Wynn here. Second one on the way, rims out, no good, and somehow the Jackets were unable to make Dearborn pay for not having anybody in the paint for the rebound. Haynes gets the ball back, and that's kind of a fitting end to that little sequence, as Haynes is the one who fought for the offensive rebound initially and just lost the handle of the ball. She gets the make-up layup after the takeaway. 42 to play in the third quarter. Three-point basket up and no good. Over the back foul on the miss. It's going to go against Nyla Hood.
Yeah, see number 21 come running in and then just
put left forearm on body and then the tap
Yep.
to get the ball out of bounds too. But that left forearm pushing into the body was an easy call for the official. Kind of a spirited contest down there today, Randy. You wonder maybe there's a little talking going on that we're not hearing, but there's an energy, a chippiness to the game. I didn't anticipate. Shawnee Little's first free throw up and rims off front iron, no good. Thought that was going to get the hometown roll. Second free throw on the way for Shawnee Little is up. And, front iron again. This one knocked out of bounds off Morgan Crow, who also came over the top just trying to tap that ball. She unfortunately taps it out of bounds, a little too strong. And with 35 seconds basically to play here in quarter number 3, about a 5-second difference between game and shot. Jordan Wynn doesn't care about that. She's going to take that ball right away and lay it up off glass.
Yeah, good to see that happen for Defiance instead of against Defiance. Jackets, a lot in this third quarter, just had ball go through the recipient's hands, and that time it's their defense that pays off. Now we'll
Big time rebound by the Jackets. Going to get an over-the-back foul.
Yeah, we're going to get, there should be free throws. Yeah, Dearborn recognized it. They walked down to the other end.
Dabish with the foul over the back. That's her second.
I don't want to say too little too late, but the Jackets have a chance here. Any points you get with the clock stopped when you're down is huge.
Morgan Crow shaken up as a result of that contact on the other end. Slow to get up. She does make her way eventually to the free throw line. And she will tough it out for 2 free throws. First one on the way is good.
That's the big thing. It's one thing just to get there, but not able to cash them in is huge.
Absolutely. 3 points along with 3 fouls today for Crow. Second one, no good. And a steal by Shawnee Little, but again, the bounces. She gets the steal and then loses the handle and it goes right off her foot out of bounds. So close.
Yeah, nice job to keep the shooter out. Good work there by Hood. Off that missed free throw, she made sure that someone put a body on the shooter so it wouldn't step through into the lane and get the rebound.
Steal by the Jackets. We have 2 players that are about to get ejected if they're not careful.
Yeah, Taylor Haynes got the basketball here, trying to go for the ball. She was, I think, sitting on the foot, it looked like, of the Dearborn player. And that's what the initial contact was for. As the Jackets, they're the ones that called the timeout to save the possession. But that a lot worse than what it really looked like.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the State Bank. State Bank provides a full range of financial services for consumers and small businesses, including wealth management, private client services, mortgage banking, and commercial and ag lending, operating through a total of 22 banking centers, 19 in 9 Ohio counties, and 1 center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, 23 full-service ATMs. We have 5 loan production offices located throughout the tri-state region of Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. And since it's kind of like the use it or lose it timeout, I'm gonna go for it, Randy. Do one more read here.
Might as well.
Metzger's Printing. Metzger's is your marketing solutions provider, specializing in multi-format commercial printing, cross-media marketing, and fulfillment services. At Metzger's, we thrive on providing innovative solutions and quality service. We invite you to tour our site to get an idea of the tremendous range of services we offer. Man, that was so cool of them to give me the time to do that sponsor, throw that extra one in, and then even played some background music for me.
They're going to give you a chance here because they're going to go to the monitor. That was going to originally be a 30-second timeout, and then officials are going to discuss what they saw at the end of this play before the timeout was called. So this is
this one, I mean, we talked about it earlier. Yeah, it's a 20-point game, and these two teams are at the bottom of the standings, but like you said, Randy,
so we're fighting for the ball, and you see Taylor Haynes with the basketball sitting on the foot of the Deer. I can't see a number. I do see one now. I believe that was Stimmick, number 2.
Yeah.
So sitting on her foot. So I think it wasn't it was kind of like a get off me, but it was like, hey, I want to stand up, and you're sitting on my foot, so I'm going to move you out of the way.
And it also looked like Stimmick's left knee at the time was maybe, I don't know, she got up grabbing her left leg, favoring her left leg a little bit too.
Wanted to try to stretch it out and get up. It just couldn't do it. And then you see the shove, and then the benches get involved, and saw Coach PA out there. So this is, in my mind, I think this is a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, much ado about nothing. I think that if nothing else, assuming that they just say this one is a play on, no foul, no, just knock it off, both of you. I think the timeout is a good one because we talked about, again, how chippy this game has gotten, especially in this third quarter. It's a good time to it's like a simmer down timeout.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's all this timeout really leads to. No fouls, I don't think. I don't think anything rises to the level. I think this is more of just you simmer down, down. Let's not have this happen. Just everybody take a breath and relax.
The best part, there's 5 seconds left in the quarter, so we're gonna take this break. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna play 5 seconds. We're gonna take another break, and it's just they're gonna look at and we've joked about this before, and have talked to some other people that do the kind of Division III basketball and here at the NAIA is the officials. I think with the technology where we're at, have it wasn't that long ago at this level. You weren't going to the monitor, right? There was no replay. You weren't checking this out. Now everyone's games are on YouTube. There's the ability to do all this stuff to look at everything, and you realize that a lot of this really doesn't need to be done. It's just one of those things. It's like the shiny new toy at Christmas, right? Oh, hey, we have this. Why do we use it? Well, you're going to take up a lot of time here because this is extending a game a lot longer than it probably needs to, and something that was very incidental. Is we had the play earlier, right, with the forearm. It looked like the clothesline. That looked a lot worse. Now the officials can discuss this. So I find it extremely hard to believe that we're going to have a common foul when someone got clotheslined on one end of the floor, and then we've got to scramble for a loose ball, and we're going to call either a technical or an intentional foul.
No way. No way.
Maybe I can see maybe a double technical. But if this is going to go one way or the other,
I think this is basically just a verbal.
It should be, but we'll see. They're going to admonish someone because you can tell they're going to the something's being. They're going and something's going to be called here.
So maybe it is a double tech.
I said if they want to go double, I can understand that. But this is, for what we saw earlier, what happened earlier and it was nothing more than just a regular foul. To call something like this is going to be more, but so trying to understand PA announcer Gene Sugg, got some music going on over it, so it's tough to understand what exactly the call was.
I had a little Charlie Brown flashback while that was happening too, and it's not Gene's fault. It's the music and the PA going at the same time there. Caparos with the last shot of the quarter for three, rims out, no good. And that's how the third quarter ends. 54-34, Jackets trail big. UM-Dearborn looking to close it out. We'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
(54-34) your score back out at Defiance College. Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts getting ready for fourth quarter action.
Yeah, thankfully we can manage to text down at the table thanks to PA announcer Gene Sugg. Gene's been a friend of mine for a long time, so we go back. And so at the quarter break, text Gene, go, Gene had some music behind you. It sounded, all we heard was wah, 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 wah. So what was that? He goes, double technical. So our original thought was true, double technical the call there at the end of the quarter.
Strong drive by Thomas, and if you wondered how long she was going to play into quarter four, obviously she's not going anywhere anytime soon as she kind of muscles her way through Allie Mowen and gets that basket made as Mowen fighting for the offensive rebound, kind of showing a little bit of an aggressive side to her.
Yeah,
these last couple possessions.
Maybe the last 2 minutes or so of the third quarter, we saw something out of Defiance. They're really fighting this. Things just haven't gone their way. 23.5% from the floor, 7% from behind the arc, 53% from the free throw line. It's been a struggle to find points, and this is, said in our pregame, the offense started to pick up, going back to that UNOH game, hung 60. 60's kind of been a magical number that's been tough to get to since conference play started for the Jackets, and here they are now tonight struggling to get to 40.
An oopsie foul against Marissa Thomas off the turnover. Good steal by Caparos. Caparos was headed on a breakaway, but they're not going to say that was one of those intentional.
No, there was
the player.
Yeah, good play for it. It was one of those things where you mentioned it a lot. Someone turns the ball over, and you very quickly want to try to recover it and atone for it, and that was what happened there.
The inevitable foul, as I like to call it. Gets it over to Caparos. Shawnee back up. Get it to Haynes. Mowen in the corner. Still 10 to shoot. Haynes inside. Right-handed take, no good, but a foul on the floor.
Yeah, Taylor Haynes has been probably the most aggressive here the last, 5 minutes or so. Going inside, we've seen Jordan Wynn do it as well. Taylor Haynes has worked his way to the free throw line. Like to see a few more of these made, but the Jackets have come up here in this
both
second
teams
half.
For the long, I mean, you just talked about it, Randy. Both teams were perfect combined from the free throw line in that first half, and all of a sudden now, Jackets have missed 8 charity stripe tosses, make it 9. As the team is now 9 of 18.
Defiance was 4 of 4. And you're like, well, we just like more opportunities. And you look up, oh, man, they've gone to line 17 times now.
Yes,
but now
sneaky fast.
Yeah, 9 of 17. So it's after that good start, it's been a struggle.
Second free throw by Haynes, up and good. 56-35 your score, and the Defiance College scoreboard, 9 points on the contest for Taylor Haynes. And the Jackets will put on some full court pressure here with a trap on the side. Good defense by Caparros. However, that leads to 2 open players mishandled and a foul going the other way by Townsell. And Randy, I think I might write a master's thesis on the inevitable foul. I think it's really a thing.
It's like a double clutch offensively for Townsell. Trying to get her defender to bite and wouldn't do it, and her timing was just off, trying to get the bunny, and then off the miss was trying to fight for the basketball, ends up committing the foul.
And Tamia Townsell just fouled out with that last foul, so tough break for Townsell, who's played a pretty good ball game, but has been kind of involved in a lot of those tie-up and altercation kind of plays on both sides.
It'll be interesting how this will play out. I don't know if the Jackets will have enough time, with 8:47 to go, what they're down, but Townsell out. That's going to take one of the threats away. Townsell ended up with, 12, 14 points tonight? 12.
Good memory.
So 12 and 10. So I don't think she scored it all in the second half. I think she was at 12 at the half.
Good make by Jordan Wynn off the inbounds pass. Starting up top, cutting toward the basket. Good recognition to get her the ball in motion. 56-37 your score. Taylor Haynes with really good defense on Costa.
Yeah, she's able to reach in between the hands and knock that one away, forcing the Wolverines to inbound.
8:26 to play in the contest. Jackets defending the inbound. Good double screen frees up the shooter for a triple try. No good. Caparros tracks down the rebound. The miss by Stimac. Haynes with the ball. Step through. Got a late whistle and a foul, and she'll go to the line for a pair.
And just being aggressive once again. A good take out of Taylor Haynes. Just saw an opening. And she's going to put a handful of Dearborn players in foul trouble. So that's going to be the third now on Dabish.
First free throw on the way is good. And for Haynes, that puts her into doubles with 10 points. Second Jacket player in doubles tonight. Second free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. Good battle for the rebound there by Shawnee. Good positioning, though, by Dearborn to collect. Nice pass, but a takeaway by by Caparros there. And a foul on the reach-in is going to go against Dabish.
Yeah, that's going to be the fifth on Dearborn already. So the Jackets, like we've said, down 18 with 8 minutes to go. Can they come back? They're going to have tons of chances here because they're going to shoot free throws the rest of the way.
And no team fouls against the Jackets as that fourth foul against Dabish sends her to the bench, and it brings back Marissa Thomas, who at this point now, again, we talked about this earlier, as Caparros misses the opener. With the lead being what it was, you wondered how many minutes she was going to play in that fourth quarter. Now she kind of has to.
Yeah.
You said, how important she is to the offense, and that's very apparent out there.
The problem is for the Jackets, they're not really going to catch any ground going 50% or worse from the free throw line. To get 2 misses, but are able to get the offensive rebound and end up scoring. So Jackets having some chances.
Nice entry pass to Stimac. They were going for the immediate double on Marissa Thomas, and Thomas found the open player. Shawnee Little sizes up the three, knocks it down. 58-43, it's a 15-point lead.
So if they're able to start heating up, then you really got to believe this one might get interesting.
Good sellout for the steal by Caparros. Good ball fake, shot up, no good. Rebound by Dearborn. What a tough angle by Marissa Thomas, who is just having a ball game today, 28 points.
Yeah, that's what she brings to the floor, is able to pick up the miss. And, without her on the floor, you'd be thinking that's going to be Defiant's ball.
Steal on the floor by Dearborn, and it's a 3-on-1 if they push. But Caparros gets the right arm in there and knocks that one out of bounds before any damage is done.
Yeah, Lorena just so quick is able to poke that one away and at least will force Dearborn to have to inbound the basketball instead of getting what would have been a close-range shot.
6:48 to play here in the ball game. 60-43, Dearborn leads, but the Jackets are playing some tough defense. Steal by Haynes, tried an over the back pass or behind the back pass to Mowen, but it was taken away at midcourt by Dearborn. 6:30 to play now, still 18 to shoot. Shot no good by Ortiz. Jackets need to push. They need to give themselves as many offensive possessions as possible because the margin for error is pretty low. 3-point basket, no good by Shawnee. Now it's another 3-on-1. Good on good right there as Caparros stayed in front of Marissa Thomas as long as she possibly could, Randy, but that was just a great up by a great player.
Yeah, Thomas just really tough to defend, was able to get through and force the contact and continues having a big night for her. So 30 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 of 17 from the floor. It's just a all-around great player.
Yeah. We knew she'd be a player to watch coming in.
And I believe you said went up north from the great state of Ohio.
Yep. That's one that got away right there for a lot of Ohio schools.
Perrysburg's quietly, a lot of people talk about the men's or the boys program. Girls program pretty solid too.
Santasia Thomas with the rebound and the miss. Tie up on the floor for the loose ball. And again, these 50-50 balls are spirited.
Anytime there's going to be any sort of loose ball situation or tie-up, like this is going to be a little, like you said, a little spirited.
We'll simmer down timeout. We're going to take this one with them. 5:42 to play. We'll be right back on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
Back out at Defiance College for the final 5 minutes and 42 seconds of today's contest. Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts, the University of Michigan Dearborn Wolverines lead the Defiance College Yellow Jackets 62-43. Randy, I almost got tired saying that entire name. University of Michigan Dearborn Wolverines. That's anytime you get a hyphen in there.
Are we sure it's not UM-Dearborn Geese?
Well, it was at one point. Just not officially, unofficially. So again, 5:42 to play in the contest. We kid.
Oh, okay. So quick Google search.
What'd you find out?
Bruce the Goose is the beloved unofficial mascot and campus celebrity at the University of Michigan Dearborn.
All right.
So that's where
Ken was right.
Ken was right. So it wasn't the nickname. It's not the athletics nickname, but it is their mascot, if that makes any sense.
To folks in the know, it is, darn it.
That's true, I suppose.
Triple try up in good for Lillian Golson. And that three-point basket is a big one. Puts the lead back to 22.
I guess that's like the University of Miami is the Hurricanes, but their mascot is an ibis.
Mowen for a triple. Knocks it in. I don't have time to Google an ibis.
Big ugly bird.
Big ugly bird. Malin knocks down her second triple, and it makes it a 19-point edge for Dearborn. Turnaround jumper at the top, no good. Crashing for the offensive rebound was Hood off the Thomas miss. She will deflect it out of bounds, and the Jackets will take over as Santasia takes a seat again. Jordan Wynn checks back in, and the Jackets go to a 4-guard look. Jordan Wynn, in essence, playing like the 3-4-5, but like you said, it's position fluid basically these days in basketball. Shawnee Little lost the handle, got it back, lost it again. Now we get a dangerous situation in this game anyway, which is a tie ball.
So anytime there's something where bodies are piled up, you're going to get a little concerned.
You just grit your teeth and hope for the best. Jackets inbound the ball. Get it to Mowen up top, who has another one in mind, but good job tracking down the rebound by Stimmick. Stimmick with the pass over to Nyla Hood, who makes the tough drive with the right hand and knocks the short layup down. It's her first basket on the night, and the foul goes against Jordan Wynn. That'll be her third. Only the team's second, but again, free throws, because this one was the and one opportunity. The free throw toss goes in.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique shooting stance and style to get the free throw.
I've never seen it before, yeah. Reach and foul on the entry pass by Nyla Hood. They're trying to hit Taylor Haynes.
Yeah, Hood is going to get caught kind of reaching through and around, trying to take the ball away.
They'll send Haynes to the line as the Jackets will be in the bonus for the remainder of this contest. For Dearborn, I think that while Coach Sutton certainly doesn't want any more stoppages of play, you know, I mean, you're not crazy about that foul, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. It's trying to be aggressive, trying to come up with a steal.
Yeah, I think it's more just next time you get a timeout or they run by, you know, as both free throws drop down, you just kind of mention over, keep playing aggressive, you know, just play smart. Deflection, turnaround, good strip, and the Jackets take over possession. So good defense by Defiance College to force another turnover. Haynes gets a kicked ball not called, but they do say it goes out of bounds. I guess the cynic in me just asked, how did the ball go out of bounds? It went off somebody's foot. So I think it's potato, and the Jackets keep the ball. 3:52 and counting, deflected pass into Wynn, but she takes possession anyway. Goes the right-hand wraparound, unable to knock that one down, though. And Dearborn gets the rebound. Closing in on 3.5 to play in the contest, 68-48 your score. Trying to hit the cutter was Nyla Hood on the cut, unable to hold on to the ball as Shawnee Little goes up with the shot, loses the handle. Back to Haynes, thought she was fouled, no call. And we get a travel by Bailey Stimmick. They're going to say she possessed the ball going to the ground.
Had the basketball and then was maybe helped down to the ground, and she gets down there, called for the travel. Right? It's the worst thing, right, is you fall through no...
Fighting, and...
Through no issue of your own.
Yeah. Shawnee Little gets the Jordan Wynn miss. And the officials look like they're stepping in to have a quick conversation.
Yeah, Kostick, it's like maybe thought she got poked in the eye. Well, this is something, again, because we have the ability now, we're going to go to the monitor and see what we see.
Frame by frame. Hey, that gives me an opportunity to thank Paramount Healthcare, a proud sponsor and health plan provider of Defiance College, offering a full range of health insurance plans and services to suit your healthcare needs. Paramount by ProMedica is health insurance by healthcare professionals. Find out more at ParamountHealthcare.com. defiancecollege.com. And today's game is also brought to you in part by Marco's Pizza. Defiance College Athletics is supported by Marco's Pizza in Defiance. Located on North Clinton Street, Marco's is there for you before or after the game for carry-out or delivery. Call, stop in, or order online for the latest deals, and be sure to download the Marco's app, where pizza is just a tap away. We have the officials deliberating at the scorer's table. I always feel bad for the third official who doesn't get to hang out.
He gets invited later. It's really weird. Like,
you can only have two at the table at a time.
We've had a good time over here. I guess you can.
I suppose
come on
you
by.
can come over now too. Fine.
Maybe they got Marco's Pizza down there. Now they're gonna. This is my favorite.
I can order on the app. Go take a look and let me know what toppings you want. Or
maybe Garrett's got the website up.
Do you want your own pie? Do you want one of the bowls? You want some cheesy bread with it?
Do we do one that's half and half? Should we get
maybe
3?
A pasta?
One for meatball pasta's
you
pretty
never
good,
know.
Right?
You never know.
Go for one of their subs right about now.
I was getting subs too. I mean, it's a deep menu full of good stuff, no doubt.
Well, they knew what they wanted right away. That did not take long. So now, okay, what did you see? Did you see this? I saw this. What about the girl in the red jersey? Hang on, I didn't see red jersey. I go look at it again. Oh no! I thought we were gonna get a second look. Again,
anything is possible,
right? And we mention it all the time whenever this happens. Obviously, we want the officials to have the ability to get the call right.
100%.
And so we're not taking anything away. This is not a knock on officiating, and this is in no means like a crutch. You go, well, we didn't see it. Let's look. But at the same time, we've gotten to a point where now we're looking at every single thing, and a lot of things are plays that I think we can live with just going, not really anything we need to take a look at.
You can talk it over on the floor, figure it out as a team, and let's play on. Steal. And a basket and an and one by Nyla Hood, who was running the floor with authority. Nice strong drive, her 5th point on the night. And that foul, unfortunately, is number 5 against Shawnee Little.
Yeah, Shawnee is going to say that there was no contact there, but a trail official, they're going to see the swipe, and then they're going to see the body hit the floor. And just out of instinct, they're going to blow the whistle.
Free throw up and no good by Nyla Hood. She is a 5'3" junior from Ypsilanti. Jackets with the ball. Haynes up top for 3. Knocks it down.
And Taylor wasn't even sure of her own shot. She started following that one, was at the free throw line when it fell through, and then raced back and get ready to play a little defense.
Smart play here by Dearborn to at least give the illusion of running time. Stimmick has that ball knocked off her leg out of bounds, so she hustled but then kind of stopped short of selling out for that loose ball. Jackets will take this one. I would have to think that Dearborn's probably going to go deeper into the shot clock with these upcoming possessions.
Yeah, I
right?
would imagine so.
Caparros with a triple. Rattles it home as well. And we're down to 14 with 2:07 left to play.
Yeah, getting hot here for Defiance. And again, you wonder if there's enough time for them.
Nyla Hood, another strong drive. Gets by Caparros. And Caparros, one of the better defenders in the country.
And we're seeing this game quicken up. We mentioned at the beginning of both teams if they were going to be able to play at the pace that they did in that opening quarter. And we've gotten back to that here in the 4th. And to be honest, it seems when these teams are the most efficient.
Jordan Wynn has had a tough day, battling so hard on the offensive glass, getting the entry passes. The shots just unfortunately are not dropping for Jordan.
Yeah, he's got a double-double today, 12 points, 12 rebounds, but 4 of 10 from the floor.
I was going to say it's been a good day. It's like a bittersweet day for Jordan. Basket that time made by Kostic. For Kostic, that gives her 9 on the contest, and the lead is 18. And it looks like the Jackets, as Mowen tries a 3, No good. Win with another rebound. Goparos will drive, get cut off, get it to Win. Win will knock down that layup off the glass. 14 on the game for Jordan, but again, just a little bit too much Dearborn consistency today as another pass to Nyla Rose, who has had a sneaky big game today. Only 9, not in doubles, but just a great game all the way around.
Yeah, Nyla Hood has played really well off the bench for the Wolverines.
A lot of minutes today, yeah. Basket made on the other end by Haynes for the Jackets gives her 17 on the contest. But now with only under 30 to play, Dearborn's going to slow this one way down. And they're going to hold for one. Jordan Wynn gets the steal. Layup opportunity is good. And that's probably the last possession of the ball game as the Dearborn superstar Marissa Thomas brings this one up. Fittingly so, the game will end with the ball in her hands, and that's how it ends. 76-62, your final. Dearborn defeats Defiance College. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, post-game stats and a conversation with Coach Courtney P.A. here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
Back out at Defiance College, 76-62 your final. UM-Dearborn defeats Defiance College. 25 of 63 from the floor for Dearborn, 40%. Jackets 29%, 22 of 76. Their shooting actually improved in that fourth quarter. A good close by the Jackets, but again, long stretches, Randy, where they just weren't able to knock down shots.
Yeah, just an extended dry spell, especially in that second quarter. We mentioned it, 12-10. Jackets led at one point, and then Dearborn was able to correct a few things. Still see the turnover numbers high for the Wolverines. So they did commit 33 turnovers. So once again, we said it, this Defiance defense leads the WAC. It's one of those surprising things when you see that Defiance, the defense has been in it, and it's just going to be funny to say when you see the point totals allowed, but when the five that they want to cause the most havoc is on the floor, they cause a lot of problems. We saw that in that opening quarter. Foul trouble kind of did them in a little bit in that second, and then they had to gamble a little bit more than they wanted to. So they forced 33 turnovers.
26 steals, too.
Yeah, and you see them out-rebounded a little bit.
That's an insane ratio right there.
Right.
26 steals out of 33 turnovers as Randy takes off the headset and we get ready for Coach Courtney P.A. to join us. I'm going to scroll down and we're going to take a look at some individual stats real quick. Marissa Thomas, the game's leading scorer with 30 points tonight on 10 of 18 shooting, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Townsell had 12 points and 10 rebounds, along with, she did foul out late in that contest. 9 points apiece for Kostick and Hood. Golson with 6, Ortiz with 5, Dixon with 3, and Stimmick with 2 on 1 of 12 shooting, but 10 rebounds to go along with that. Coach Courtney P.A. has joined us, and Coach, the first thing I want to talk about in my notes for the coach is the early start.
Mm-hmm.
The defense was really aggressive in jumping passing lanes which was creating some really good transition opportunities early in that contest. But, I mean, as you well know, it happens on both sides. It's one of those games of adjustments, and that was one of the things Dearborn did a pretty decent job of making adjustments to those passes, and the defense just wasn't able to get the steals as much in critical junctures, even though they had 26 steals off those 33 turnovers tonight. You got to love how the defense was playing out there.
Yeah, I think once the lights came on, we started to play at a faster pace. But,
yeah.
And I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. We have 3 of the best on-ball defenders in the conference. Shawnee Little had 8 steals. Marina had 7.
Yeah.
Taylor had 4 today. But when those 3 are on the floor, it causes chaos, causes havoc. That's why you see 26 steals, because we're capable of doing those things. Sometimes it's hard to see it when sometimes some calls may not be us playing honest, or playing honest. The call doesn't go our way. But that energy piece, is it there? Okay. The energy that we have on defense is much better when we have some on-ball defenders. Better.
Yeah, you got it, Coach. And that actually leads to my second point, which kind of is a continuation of the first. The early start was fueled by that really aggressive defense and the transition opportunities. And, that first quarter, the transition baskets were a real eye-opener, I think, for not just the crowd and for us watching, because sometimes unfortunately we get into these slow starts, but boy, the defense was making things happen the offense. It was instant conversion, and it was great to see.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we talk about. Your defense creates your offense for you.
Yes.
Right, and that's what we were trying to get. I mean, we had 76 shot attempts to their 63. And that is because we were able to get more possessions. Executing on more possessions is what the key is, right? But you want your defense to set the tempo for that offense, and we're just trying to gel it together.
Yeah. Next note I have for the coach is the half-court defensive adjustments by Dearborn. Mm-hmm. When the game became more of a half-court battle as opposed to transition opportunities, the offense flow kind of changed, and I think a lot of that has to be credited to Dearborn's adjustments on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the Jackets were, they were moving, they were cutting, they were making good decisions. Sometimes the passes were going just unfortunately into traffic with the cutters, and, it resulted in some either tough shots or turnovers. But, you got to tip your cap sometimes to the other team and say, hey, good job with adjustments on the half-court set.
Oh, yeah. Good job with Coach Becky. She made the proper adjustments, and her team responded. And they're long, too. You've got Marissa and T. They're both really long players. And so then you've got some smaller players that she has, but they're aggressive and scrappy. And they got the job done with their energy today.
Next note I have for you, Coach, is I wrote down, and I was, it's word salad, I'll grant you.
Okay.
Spirited contest. There were a few moments out there, one which involved you coming out to rightly and quickly de-escalate something that probably wasn't even a thing. Yeah. But, we don't have the benefit of hearing the chatter that might go on during the game, while people are battling up, posting up, battling through screens, and just all the inevitable talking that probably happens. It builds up, and sometimes it makes for a real spirited contest out there.
Yeah, when you've got two teams that are scrapping it out, it's gonna get like that, right? You've got teams that are playing aggressive, and here's the thing, and it may be controversial when I say it, but sometimes I look at the game of women's basketball as a whole, right? Not just tonight, but as a whole. women, we play aggressively, right? But sometimes, like if these guys, they'll let them play a little bit, but when it's the women, it's like not too much. Like the guys can. I'm watching the bench talking mess to the other team. It's like that's good.
That's a good call.
You know what I mean? Like like they're talking mess to the other team, and the refs are just letting them talk. And then the moment that a women's team does it, it's deemed as something else, right? It's not as palatable. And I think there's also a line of disrespect too, right? Where is this banter of the game or is this disrespect? And I get on my girls to be able to know the difference of the two and to do it tastefully. But I do think that when you're playing aggressively, I just think that it should be both ways, both sides of the floor, for it to be evened out. But spirited is a good way of putting it. But my girls, they're gonna ride for each other, and that's kind of what you saw today. And I told them, I said, that's a foul I can get behind because you're standing up for your teammate, but you're not escalating a situation or trying to create more. You're just trying to play through it, and it's also like, let these girls play ball,
Yes.
Let them hoop.
Tenacity versus aggressiveness.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, I think some of it is just a perception, and it's a misperception
it is.
sometimes.
It's a misperception.
Let
them play. And, like, every team's going to have a different style of play. And I understand our style of play, but I said it to the officials today. I said, listen, I know my girls foul, and I'm trying to teach them how to do things better and be disciplined. But that doesn't mean they're not also getting smacked around too.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think that's the other thing is like, well, y'all are doing it, so let them do it to you. But then the moment we blow a breath on someone, it's a whistle. To me, that's not fair. If you're going to let them hoop, let them play. Let them hoop.
Knowing that some of the game, there's a like you said, it's women's basketball is very physical.
It's very physical.
So, I mean, if you know that going in, all you can ask, again, like we said the last time we talked, all you can ask for is just be consistent.
Be consistent.
And, let them play both ways.
Yep.
And if it's a physical game, that going in.
Yeah.
Call it when you need to call it.
Yep.
But let them be a little physical.
Let them be a little physical. Because I'll get on my girls like, that is a foul. Like, you can't come over somebody's shoulder. You can't hug them while they're going for a layup. Right? Like,
we're absolutely not saying, don't blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Just call it fair.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm not asking for special treatment. But call it fairly.
Yep.
Call it fairly. And if I ask a question, it's not to question your call. It's to ask, okay, what did she do so that I can go and teach her something differently? And whether we agree with the refs or not, they're humans too.
Absolutely.
And they're human beings. Are they going to get it right all the time? No. But it's also our jobs to play the game.
Yep.
Not be played by the game. So it's a lot of layers in there.
Well, I appreciate the candor and the good conversation as always, Coach.
Always.
Coach Courtney P.A. has been my guest. 76-62 your final. We're going to step aside for Randy Roberts. I'm Jim Bellamy. Want to thank the crew for Game 1. Coming up, Game 2 of the doubleheader, the men's action, just after this timeout.